They can be a little bit awkward.
Oh!
No one wants to talk about finances with the person they're dating.
But if you don't, how do you know if you're with the right person? This is rule number one, folks. Talk about the finances. Nicole and I found out how a financial expert and author Pattie Ehsaei put a unique spin on finances and dating in her new book, Never Date a Broke Dude. Check it out.
Good morning, Pattie. Thanks for joining us on Great Day at 9A.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I was just actually right outside of Hartford giving a talk.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I was
Oh,
near
my God,
you guys.
that's so awesome.
Wow.
Next time you have to tell us so we can have you on the show.
Yeah, in person.
Absolutely.
All right, so Pattie, and before we get to the suggested question, I want to know how you became you.
Oh, great question. Well, you know, I was an immigrant. I was born in Iran and we moved to the United States when I was 7. I didn't speak a word of English. My parents didn't have any money at all. So I really, really struggled. I started working when I was 10 years old. And just through hard work and dedication, I was able to put myself through undergrad, law school, and I've had a great career in finance since 2001. So it was just a lot of dedication, blood, sweat, and tears, but I made it. So that is my success story.
I know, seriously, round of applause for that, because there are so many other women out there, I think, that are looking for, you know, a role model in this situation. You know, generationally, there's a lot of different ways that the women before us have dealt with finances or didn't deal with them. So what compelled you to write this particular book?
Yes, so we just got some great news. We heard that my book just came out yesterday, okay? And within 12 hours, it was #1 on Amazon for dating, #4 for finance for new releases. So I'm just over the moon about this. I'm so excited. And I wrote Never Date a Broke Dude because I have seen firsthand what happens when people, especially women, are not financially independent. And my mother's story inspired me because she didn't have the money to leave a very difficult situation, which ultimately cost her everything, including her life. And I wanted to honor her, use her story as a catalyst for change so no other woman suffers like she did. And Never Date a Broke Dude is going to teach every woman how to make her bag, grow her bag, but most importantly, how to keep it.
How do you identify a broke dude?
I'm so glad you asked that because it's not about a bank account. It's about mindset. It's about someone who is unable or unwilling, regardless of gender or income, to meet you with your ambition, commitment, work ethic, or drive. It was like my broke dude. I was out here hustling, working hundreds of hours a week, and he's on the sofa eating Cheetos. I'm like, I like Cheetos too, but you got to get a job to pay for the Cheetos,
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
Like, he was a freeloader. And so I want to teach women how to spot these signs early so they don't make the same mistake that I did. And I always say, you don't have to match me dollar for dollar, but you do have to match me hustle for hustle.
Good for you. That's
I love
awesome.
that. I love that. We need that spelled out, especially in this day and age.
Yes.
Do you have guidelines for dealing with finances and relationships? One question that comes up a lot once, you know, there are people getting engaged, do we merge our bank accounts? I know that that's, you know, just one of many questions that a lot of women and couples have.
Absolutely. This book, Never Date a Broke Dude, has an entire section dedicated to romance and finance. And to answer that question, you never merge bank accounts ever. You can have a joint account for your household expenses, but your paycheck should go into a separate account that you only control. And in this book, I talk about who should pay the bills, how to spot signs of financial abuse, prenups, financial boundaries, what every woman should know about her finances, and even the receipts you need to keep in case something happens. But the most important thing is to keep your eyes open. You don't want to end up like my friend in the book who thought that they were rich, but they were broke as a joke because her husband gambled all of their money away. I mean, crazy.
Pattie, we are out of time, but we can't thank you enough. I'm taking a sigh of relief after speaking with you.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me. Get the book. It's #1. Every woman needs it.
All right. Now that it's explained, I understand.
All right.